live. We are streaming, and Steve, it's just you and I. So, hey, welcome to the AI Clubhouse.
Wasn't there an old song, "You and Me against the world"?
Yes, against the AI world. So, very good.
That's why I don't sing anymore.
So, Scott is traveling. He is on his way to Chicago to be doing presentations on AI, and then I think he's off into Hawaii. And you're doing your first presentation. I know, right?
Hawaii. Oh, I'm so sorry for him.
And you're doing your first presentation on AI next week. So tell me about that.
I've dabbled. AI is always, not always, but for a while now, it's been part of my presentation. And people said, "Hey, that stuff's great. Can you take that part about AI and just make it bigger?"
Nice.
And what I want to say this to you, Ginger, but I also want to say it to all the folks who are listening. We in this wonderful little AI clubhouse and these webinars, and oh my gosh, I hope that they're valuable to you. I hope you get good information. Of course, that is our goal. What we realize is there are some of you that don't know how to spell AI, and there are some of you that are like, "Hi, I'm like 18 years. I'm the one who invented AI," right? And it's very hard for Ginger and I and Scott and Frank, whatever, to see where that balance is. So my Ginger, interestingly enough, my folks said to me, "Can we really just do the basic of the basics? We don't want to pay for anything yet. We're not on 4.0. I want 3.5 with ChatGPT. Take us through the like step one, baby step, right?"
Yeah.
And I think that's important from our perspective. So everybody who's listening in the chat and whatever, always type in what you're looking to know, because what we never want to do is hit what you're not interested in. So if you're like, "Oh my God, this is so basic, please take it to the next step," fine, we need to do that. If it's like, "Oh my God, I don't know, I didn't realize that there were two P's in the word prompt," hey, then we need to know how to do that also. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I say this to you all also, no matter where you are in your journey, there is always somebody with less sophistication than you, and there is always somebody with greater knowledge base than where you are. Keep on the journey, keep on going.
Yeah. And that's it. And on that line, there's so much you can do around AI. And today I'm actually going to dive into a tool that we've been using for some of our clients to create videos. It's called Invideo AI. And so I'm going to hop in there. The other thing I want to do, Steve, is I have had so many people kind of along the same lines of you of saying, "I want the basics. I want to know how to get AI to write in my voice. I want to know how to set up my custom GPT, and I want to know how to create good prompts." So in June, I'm doing a 4-week virtual workshop. So we're going to meet once a week for 4 weeks. It's on Tuesday. It's at 9:30 a.m. I'm going to be recording everything. So if you can't hop on there, but I'm going to be going through and have all the templates, have everything laid out of everything you need to do. And so it's $197 and you get access to all of the content and the recordings. But I've had so many people, Steve, requesting exactly what you're saying. "Hey, I want to get into this, but I kind of need some hand holding through it." And so that's why I decided just to do a live event to where we can actually go into that. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to give you all the guides and everything. And so I'll drop a link in there. If you go to, it's edumarketingai.com, that's where you can find the link to it. So I've just had so many people requesting that. It's like, okay, let's do it in June. June is a month.
And happy to help you if you want, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely get you on there. So we're getting a lot of AI assistants in here typing in the chat I'm seeing. So that's really good.
But I tell you, I want to talk about that for a second. Can we?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you know, there are about 100 different type of AI assistants that are out there.
Yeah.
However, our group, and this is just based upon what I see week after week, y'all love Otter.ai,
Yep.
OTTER.ai. Are there others like Crisp, and ChatGPT has one as well? I mean, yes, there's all these that are out there. Can someone tell me, well, you all aren't listening because you're on Otter AI, but I would love for one of our folks to say why they like Otter AI versus any of the other ones for the virtual assistant, AI assistant.
Yeah, and that's something we can look into in the future of what all of that means, and how they work and what they can lay on top of. So we will do that. Also, a little housekeeping. Steve's traveling next week. I'm traveling next week. Scott's in Hawaii next week. So we are not going to be doing a call next week, but we'll
No,
be
let's just make Scott do it on his own from Hawaii. That's
in
what we should
Hawaii. I
do
know.
next week.
That would be good. Okay, so let's hop into what I wanted to share today, and that is a tool that we've been using that's called Invideo AI, and this is a very cool tool. It's nothing that you have to download onto your computer. It actually is just something you can use on your desktop, and everything is done in the cloud. But what it does, Steve, is it takes your text prompts and it creates a video, which means it creates the audio, it puts the video in there, it does everything. And we use this for some of our real estate clients to talk about areas. And I'm going to show you kind of what that looks like. But they just added a new feature. And I'll just hop in here real quick. So the pricing on it, it's based on, basically, it's got, I always like to show the monthly. So the maximum, if you want to do that, it's $60 a month. It gives you 200 minutes of the AI generation, 320 stock video footages. It has storage, it has exports, and then 5 voice clones. So you can have 5 different voice clones. The $25 a month, which I think that's the one I'm on, it gives you 50 minutes a month of your generation, which is, fair amount. And then 80 for your iStock video footage. It has some storage, which I don't really care about. The unlimited exports, that's what I'm always looking at. And this has 2 voice clones. So you can make 2 of your voice clones. And so with that, I want to show you what that looks like. So I'm
There
logged
was a
in.
question that came in just for, you were talking, so I'm saying somebody's already interested in your June
Oh,
webinar. They said, how do they
so
find
yeah,
out more
so if
about
you
that?
go to edumarketingai.com, Brian, you can find it there. Or if you just go to my Edumarketing website, it's one of the tabs at the top too. And okay, so this is once you get logged in. So this is mine, and it looks like I'm actually on the plus, so whatever that is. And you can see I've done some, like we have a real estate client in Phoenix, which is what I'm going to show you. And it's the retirement paradise. So we've made a couple of different videos already using this. You can see this in here. But if we want to create a new video, all you do is create an AI video. Now, what I'm going to do today is you can clone your voice. And so I've recorded just an audio file of my voice. You need 30 seconds. And so I'm going to click on that, and then it clicks on add your voice. And so here it gives you the instructions. It must be at least 30 seconds. You have to mention that you're giving Invideo AI the permission to use your voice. And then it just wants you to speak normally. Obviously, it has to be high quality recording equipment so it can hear that. So I'm going to choose my file, which I have right here.
So it does not give you the opportunity to actually record your voice live on this site. You have to put a
No,
recording
you
into
have
it.
to put, yeah, you have to put an MP3 file. And then you have to verify, includes the permission, includes natural pauses, and was recorded using high quality recording equipment. So my sample looks good. Now what it's going to do is it's going to upload this, and it's analyzing. Oh, so, man, it's not long enough. So start over with the sample at least 30 seconds long. Okay, so it's not going to do that. Darn it. I just recorded it too, and it said up to 30 seconds. So note to self, has to be over 30 seconds long. And so I suppose what we could do is do that. But what I'll do is, if we have time at the end, we'll do that. But what I want to do is, once you add that in there, it will use your voice. So your voice will be an option. And so if we look at, we're going to create a video, what we're going to do. So I'm going to give it a topic. And so topic is, and I'm going to put in here, living your best life in Scottsdale, Arizona. And then we want to give it a little bit of information. So that's the topic. And so we want to showcase the relaxed lifestyle for seniors in Arizona, focusing on activities and fun things to do. And then we can put in their audience is seniors moving from the Midwest to Arizona for a warm, fun, and comfortable lifestyle. So the better you give it as far as information then. So what we
That's
want
with
to
every
do,
prompt you ever do. The more you give it, the more specific you always get better output. AI is the definition of let's say GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. The
yeah,
better your
exactly.
information that you put in there, you'll always get better output.
Yep. So we're going to generate the video. So click on generate the video. And now it's going through the process. So you will have the opportunity once you go through this too, Scott, to change the music, change the voice. If you want a female voice, if you don't have your voice in there, you can have a different voice. And it had several different voice options for you. And the same with the music. Then it can go through and it can provide different music for you. And then once it gets done with this, then you can go back in and you can edit it and you can provide this. So we've got the seniors here. We want bright. The platform is YouTube. So it's asking us those questions there. Those are all correct. So now we're going to click on
Can
continue.
you click more than one there, Ginger? So if I wanted Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, could I have clicked all three?
Usually it's just one.
Okay.
So, and that has to do with the sizing. So if you want a reel, it's going to make it into your vertical reel. Whereas if you're putting it onto YouTube, then it's making it into that horizontal. So it's going to make it into the size, which is standard for YouTube. You can still post that onto social media, on Facebook, except if you're going to do a reel. So it's not going to post as a reel. So you can take and go back and redo it, but it's only going to make one size, especially for the first one. And so once it gets through all of this process, and as you can see, it really doesn't take very long. It's giving us everything what it's doing. So the first thing is living. The second is a day. Now they're getting into a senior-friendly environment. So what it's doing is it's creating those. And now what it's going through, and it's telling you everything it's doing. It's synthesizing the voice. It's putting all the video tracks in there. It's going to put music to it. And so once we're done with this, just giving one simple prompt, then we're going to have a stock video that you can share onto YouTube and to social media. Now, disclaimer, I don't want you doing this for all of your videos because I still want you in your videos. It's important for you to be seen. It's important for the branding. But this is something to do to augment what you're already doing that can give you some additional videos to be able to post onto your social media, right?
Yeah, and so like I was saying, they got to see your face, they got to see your face. But when you do something like this, I totally, Ginger, even though we weren't able to do it here, clone your voice is important, because even if they're not seeing your face, they will hear your voice. And at least that is one of the senses that will be replicated for them.
Exactly. And so I'm going to make sure that I can share sound here, and we'll take a listen and see what they come up with.
Are you dreaming of a warm, fun, and comfortable lifestyle in your golden years? If so, let's take a 7-minute journey to Scottsdale, Arizona, a gem in the heart of the American Southwest, offering a vibrant lifestyle that you might find irresistible. Imagine waking up to over 300 days of sunshine a year. Now add to that the comfort of a gentle, dry climate that makes every day a delight. That's Scottsdale, Arizona for you, a city that has perfected the art of living under the sun. So, what does a day in Scottsdale look like? Well, it's a kaleidoscope of activities and experiences that cater to every whim and fancy. Those with a love for the outdoors will find a paradise in the city's extensive parks and desert preserves. Hiking, biking, or simply taking in the awe-inspiring beauty of the Sonoran Desert, the choice is yours.
So one of the things that I would say in this is the stock video they're using is not really age appropriate for what I want. And so what we want to do is, and it has this option here, and so I want it to use stock footage with people over 55. And then you click on generate. So now what it's going to do is it's going to go in and it's going to add some additional stock footage, change some of those out so that we have age appropriate to what we're looking for. And let's see what kind of a change it made.
Warm, fun, and comfortable
So let's see
experiences that
there we
cater
go.
to every whim and fancy. Those with a love for the outdoors will find a paradise in the city's extensive parks and desert preserves. Hiking, biking, or simply taking in the awe-inspiring beauty of the Sonoran Desert, the choice is yours. But Scottsdale isn't just about natural beauty. It's also a city that's rich in culture and arts. Spend your afternoon.
Now, if we wanted to add captions, so now it's going to bring the captions in.
Afternoons exploring the numerous museums, art galleries, and sculpture parks that dot the cityscape. The Scottsdale Center for the Performing Arts, the Scottsdale Museum of Contemporary Art.
Now, this is what's amazing to me is you think how long it would take you. You know what I mean? Obviously, I own a video production company. I know when you go to search for all of the stock video footage, in the past, for us, it would take hours to find the right kind of stock video footage, the age appropriate, all of those things, and zip all of those together. So the fact that it does all of this just like this is absolutely blows my mind.
Art and the renowned Heard Museum.
Did you have it? Oh, so Renee's asking if we can add talking avatars. So Renee, not with this program. There are other programs, which I think the last week of the month, I'll do one. We have two of them that we've been looking at. One is called Hey Jen, and I don't know, Renee, if you've looked at that. And then the other one is Synthesis. So those are two things that can do the talking avatars. So this is not one of those. This one only uses the stock video footage.
I will always recommend where Ginger just wrote add captions. You should always put add captions to your videos. People read them more than they see them. So absolutely do that. My question about this is, I don't like this picture right here, Ginger. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like these people sitting around in a circle in what looks like a senior living home.
Yeah.
And you say, there you go. Go to
So if
change that.
there's certain, yeah. So if there's a certain one that you don't like, or if there's a certain script, so you just click on edit, and then you can go in and you can edit this whole script right here. And it allows you to go, this is chapter 2. So you can go on to the next chapter. So let's say, for example, this one here you didn't like. So this was the one you didn't like.
Right.
So then you can go in and you can change this one. And so you can search, let's see. So let's do, I don't know if they have anything with this.
I like pickle base, but pickleball is what we might want to do.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't
Pickle
work.
bass.
Let's see if they have that.
I love number 2.
You
Or
love
that.
number,
Yeah.
yeah. So then we can just replace that. And so if you go on and say, okay, going through all of this, let's say we don't like this one here. So let's say we want to add farmers market. And then you can go and you can look for something else that may be more appropriate to what you're looking for. So we're going to say replace that one. And so, whoops. Okay, so we're going to apply the changes. And now it'll show us
Museum offer
those
a feast for
changes.
the senses. And then there's the city's culinary scene. Scottsdale boasts an array of restaurants and cafes that cater to every.
Now let's say we want to change the voice. So now it's going to regenerate the voiceover and it'll replace what we had of the gentleman there. And that will give us a female voice. So with a few changes, you can tweak that and then be able to get what you want. And honestly, if you can do this, this calls 30 minutes. So we'll see if we can get this all done in 30 minutes. And it's thinking right now.
Are you dreaming of a warm, fun, and comfortable lifestyle in your golden years? If so, let's take a 7-minute journey to Scottsdale, Arizona, a gem in the heart of the American Southwest, offering a vibrant lifestyle that you might find irresistible.
Hey, Ginger, when you change that voice, make the voice an older female. Could you say something like make the voice an older female from somebody from Wisconsin? Because I feel like we're hearing a bit of a British accent
I
there.
do too. So let's just say,
Or from,
I'm
from
going
the
to
US.
ask for an older
Whatever.
female from the South so we can definitely hear that there is a change there. Yes. And you can do that. So I didn't do that at the beginning because you can put that in the prompt. I wanted to go through the editing process to show you how you can do that. But if you set all that up in the beginning in the prompt, I want to use a female voice, age over 55 with a Midwestern accent, then it will immediately start off with that. And the same with the captions. If you put in there, always use captions, then you can set it up to where honestly you could have a prompt that you just write out that you just automatically use that. So however you can set it up, it's going to have more details based on how you set up that prompt. But you can also go back in just like this. Anything you don't like, you can go in and it immediately edits it.
And once again, if you had done at the beginning, generate your own voice or what was it? Copy your voice or
Clone your voice. Yep.
You would be hearing your own voice.
Yeah. So we'll take this down a little bit to later on so we can see some of the other footage. And it's going to buffer a little bit here.
Commitment to creating a friendly and welcoming environment for seniors. With top-tier healthcare facilities, numerous senior-friendly amenities, and a variety of housing options, Scottsdale ensures that you can live your golden years in comfort and style. And let's not forget the city's bustling calendar of events. From art festivals to culinary shows, from classic car auctions to horse shows, Scottsdale is always abuzz with excitement.
Okay, so the other thing you can do, add a call to action at the end to visit our website, or to contact us. Okay. Or you can put your contact information in there, or you can do all of that. So it's going to put that information in. And then what we'll do is I'll go ahead and end it and we'll download it. So now within 15 minutes, we have a 3-minute video that's produced that has all of our stock video footage in it. It has the captions and it talks about the area. And these are the kind of things that you can use to be able to build that entire plan for your video marketing, where you're still doing your videos, but these are also supporting videos. These are supporting videos, especially talking about particular areas or communities. I think this is a great way to be able to showcase some of the communities. And this oftentimes, Steve, as you know, is what people are searching for when they're searching online. I had a call with one of my clients this morning, and he's in Nashville and he does a podcast. His focus is on reverse lending. And for him, he said, you know, what are some of the other things that I can talk about? I said, talk about retiring in Nashville. And so this would be something that I would use this for, to be able to talk about communities, what the, lifestyle is like and things like that. That's what I see this at. Okay, so we're going to take this to the end and see what our
one thing that drives me a little nuts when I watch people do presentations, folks, if you have a watermark on there, or it says stock photo and you were just cheap and put it off the internet and put that onto your thing, your audience notices what you did.
Oh, yeah.
What I love about this is it says, well, it's not saying it right now, but if you've looked above the actual screen, the video of what's being shown, it says that watermark or the stock image will be removed it says it right now. You can remove watermarks during export. So that's something you definitely want to pay attention to.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the whole idea of using this too, is all of that stock footage is included. It's already paid for, so you don't have to worry about licensing or anything like that. Same with the music. So let's see the call to action.
Sun, fun, and comfort in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Okay, so I probably would do a little bit more as far as a call to action at the end, but let's go ahead and export this. So here you see no watermarks, and we don't want the AI branding on there. You can decide what you want as far as your resolution. Your 1080p is the best. You don't need 4K. 4K is nice. Some people get, really tuned into that. I'm gonna actually use the 720 because it's going to be faster. And so the other thing you can do, you can share some of these here, but what it's doing is going through and it's going to render. So basically what it's doing, it's taking that video, it's zipping it together. It's going to put it into a MP4. And then that MP4, you can turn around and you can post that onto your YouTube channel. You can post it onto your social media, but it's going to give that for you. And within 15 minutes, you or your VA or your assistant can have a video. You can block out time to where you said, okay, for half an hour, once a week, I'm going to create, 2 or 3 or 4 of these videos, whatever you can get done. And that gives you additional content to use. Okay. So what am I seeing here? Oh, we've got our, I love this. Our otter is taking and summarizing everything as far as what we're doing, which is really cool. Okay, so now we have the complete video here. So what you can do, it's going to finish rendering this, but once you're done, you just download it. And so it downloads it, and then once it's downloaded, make sure it's there. And so, yes, so it's downloaded right there.
Are you dreaming of a warm, fun, and comfortable lifestyle in your golden years? If so, let's take a 7-minute journey to Scottsdale, Arizona. a gem in the heart of the American
Now, I would have changed that because it's really a 3-minute video, so it's not a 7-minute journey. So that I just caught.
Southwest, offering a vibrant life.
But I love it because it has right here, it has your footage that you want. It has the Scottsdale area. It has your seniors in there. And it's talking about some of the fun things to do and the options. And so it's just a very nice, fun little video to use. And again, something to go along with what you're already doing. Okay.
We're at the top of the hour.
We are
Crazy.
at the top of the hour. So very good. So that was it. So today we talked about Invideo. And if you do want to register for the workshop, it is live once a week. We're going to meet in June. And that will start on June. Can't remember if it's the 4th or 5th. If you go to edumarketingai.com, you can register for that. And then also, Steve, I know you're going to be speaking in Buffalo next week.
Yep.
So go ahead and post that in the group. I told you, post in the group where you're at, because there could be people there that would love to come and see you. And then the end of the month, I am doing a webinar for ArchMI, and I'll post that link to the webinar. But on May 21st, I am doing a webinar for ArchMI on AI. So I'll make sure and post that in the group. So thank you so much for joining us, Steve. As always, good to see you. And no call next week, but we'll be back again on the 22nd.
Have a great one, everybody.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.